Thank you guys so much. Episode 403 of the Rise and Grind podcast. I'm Roderick.
I'm Cari.
Man, just spinning back because that's now 11 years out, I believe, that album or mixtape, 56 Nights.
Then the song itself. It's been that long?
Yeah, 2015. It's 11 years.
Wow.
Just think about the headlock. We know how big Future is now, and Future is almost like his own symbol. Like, he stands for a certain type of thing. But 2015, that might be the biggest I ever seen Future in my entire life. That 2015, 2016, that Dirty Sprite 2 era.
Yeah.
You got Dirty Sprite 2, 56 Nights in the same 12 months.
Yeah, the whole mixtape run, of course, but more specifically 2015, like you said, Dirty Sprite 2, obviously we know what that does. He does the collab with Drake that year as well, What a Time to Be Alive, within the same year in September. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I can agree with you. If we're just looking at Future's career, I think that run, even maybe going back to 2014, but yes, definitely 2015, 2016, the accumulation of music and the quality of the music, right? So whether or not you want to call it like a modern day classic, I'm going to just call it like just true masterpieces of work. You know what I mean? Like all those mixtapes, masterpiece. That song specifically, if we're just talking March Madness, again, just a song here by itself. That song, nigga, that is a timeless song. Like that whole is a masterpiece, like I was saying.
It's a hood classic.
So you got to give it up to guys like that who have truly within these times, like you just mentioned, have made classic music, right? And it's hard to really put that title on music or an artist or just any body of work. But I agree with you. If we're looking at 2015, 2016, again, Future's run, it's a run to be studied. They should definitely, as the years continue to pass, it's 11 years, we should definitely always talk about Future and his run and his career during this time. Was
Future 2015 bigger than Thug 2015?
You can probably make the argument. Yeah, again, I mean, just because I think with Dirty Sprite too, yeah, the album. That's all I was gonna say.
Barter 6 came out that year.
Yeah, and it was a great album as well. But popularity, like Future went worldwide with the shit. Of course, Drake is always gonna help the Drake collab, but DS2 was one of those. Gosh. It's one of those like albums for that time period. It was everywhere. Like everybody attached to that album. You know what I mean? So yeah, I definitely would say his 2015, 2016, whatever, was definitely bigger than Thug's. Future. But the thing is, his year was bigger than a lot of niggas' years that year.
Well, I honestly, even though we have What a Time to Be Alive in 2015 with Drake, you could go on and say that his year was bigger than Drake's.
Future? Shit. That's tough.
Dirty Sprite 2, 56 Nights. But What a Time to Be Alive.
Yeah, but unless I'm tripping, unless it was 2014. But no, don't you get, if you're reading.
Yeah, you do get that. That's 2015. Yeah.
Like January?
You get that. No. You get that February 12th, 16th, something like that.
So, I mean, come on now. That's a lot of people say that may be Drake's best album, best piece of work. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, I can't put Future over Drake, but I put Future over many niggas that year or 1 to 2, year period that we're talking for sure. Easy. I don't even think it's a discussion. Like, honestly, like
Dirty Sprite 2 is Future's best studio album.
Yeah, probably, but regardless, it's his holy grail. Like that's the one. Regardless if you think it's his best or not, that's the one. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think he's ever, or maybe the Future albums.
Yeah, you got Future and Hendrix.
Maybe that competes as well. From
Dirty Sprite 2 is when you think of him.
Yeah, when you think of Future, you think Dirty Sprite 2, but Future's legacy, those two albums. I mean, when you go back to back, number one, it's never been done. 2 different genres. Like you have to talk about that as well. But Future, the artist that we know him as today, I think people immediately think DS2 if we're going to talk albums for him.
See, and my mind is just going different places. I think that's why I give him number 1 that year over Drake.
I mean,
I do love If You're Reading This, It's Too Late. One of my favorite ones, and I'm not going to argue anybody saying that they put it up there.
Yeah.
I don't think that is the number 1 album that, like, when you think of Drake, you think of that. That nigga put out his defining piece that year, along with one of the best mixtapes I've heard. It's definitely, in my eyes, the best mixtape that came out in 2015. And he doubled it back with one of the greatest collab albums that ever came out. Yeah, I mean, no, you got it. That fully answered my question about Thug. But
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Thug didn't do that in 2015.
No. He had great years too, though. But again, like Future's 2015, it just sometimes it don't get bigger than that.
I don't want to go too far I'm just gonna ask one more question because we're staying here, or my mind's staying here. Has Thug had any 1 year as big as Future's 2015?
Yeah, when did So Much Fun come out? 2019.
That was 2019.
And then that whole like
The Jeffrey era?
Jeffrey was 2015 though.
16.
Okay. But I was gonna say for Thug, from 2019 into like right before them niggas got locked up, so what, 22? I mean, you gotta put the whole Slime, what is it? Slime, what's the group? Young Stoner Life group, what is it?
YSL?
Slime? No, like what's the name of the album? The tape, like Slimy. Was it like Slime Season or something? I don't even remember.
That I don't.
The collab album. The collab album with the group. That's what I'm trying to think of.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name of that album in my head.
But anyways, the point I wanted to make, like, I think that's Thug's biggest era from, the last like 10. And that's even saying like his mixtape run. I think he took it larger with the albums and YSL and Gunna. I think that was his moment.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
That album, trying to find it still. Slime Language.
Slime Language. I could not think of that. I'm like, bro, it's Slime Season. I know that's him. I'm like, nigga, slime him out. Slimy guys. Yeah, like, what is it?
I started thinking Pierre, Slimier.
That's a hard take though. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah.
He said no.
Nah, y'all got that.
Some joints on there.
But let's get out of there. Long-winded to just
all good, man.
Open the pod.
I love to do that. Sometimes we can switch it up. We ain't always gotta, come in how we always come in. We can switch it up. I love that.
For sure. But how have you been?
Been good, man. Busy week, productive week, but I've been good. It's a new month. I'm feeling it. We started the pod, writing down some goals for the month before we got cranked up and everything. Yeah. So I'm feeling good, man. How you feeling?
I feel really good. It was a busy week at work. Got out of there. Still had to come back on Saturday. Left from there. Me and you got some work in doing a photo shoot. Yeah, got a lot of good shit done. Got ideas.
Yeah.
It was a busy weekend.
Yeah, for sure. How you feeling just, mentally and like I said, just approaching a new month, almost approaching the end of the first quarter? How you just feeling like mentally and everything? Like, what's your outlook, perspective on the world?
What I'll say is I haven't really had enough time to sit down with myself and my thoughts the way you do, or think of your goals quarterly or monthly or yearly. Besides thinking of my year goals, I haven't had enough time to really sit down with myself. So I feel like I've just been moving. Everything from January to now has honestly felt like a blur.
Okay.
I need to make some more time. My mental's good, but I feel like it's good, but I also haven't had the time to stop and think about where it is. So
that's fair.
I just been moving.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that, man. Yeah, I kind of, I've had some things planned and had some things written down, but I agree with you. I've kind of just, just been letting the days pass, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just saying, like, I realize that time is moving, and I'm just trying to take advantage of the day as much as I can, like really, accomplish something each day. But my week, like I said, was kind of busy as well, productive, man. I think we had with the guys Thursday Bible study, right?
We did
I'm gonna start from Thursday. So Thursday we had a great Bible study. Shout out to T. It was his month. He led it. That was a great time, man. Great, obviously linking up with the guys, but the message was good. I feel like we all felt it. Bible study was definitely great, man. Friday for me, just work. Ended up chilling that day after work, just relax. Saturday morning, got up and ran the 5K that I've been talking about.
Yeah, how was the 5K,
months.
man?
Man, hold on, give it up for me. Give it up for me. 5K, 3.1 miles. If you are unfamiliar, this year, what day was that? February 28th?
28th, yeah, that was the last day of February.
February 28th this year, Fort Worth, Texas had their Cowtown Marathon, Cowtown weekend, I guess is what you can call it. So during this weekend, they host multiple races. You have the full marathon, the half marathon, ultra marathon. You have the 10K.
Ultra marathon?
Yeah, I don't even know what that is. But you have the 10K, you have the 5K, and then you have the children or the kids 5K as well. So it's a huge weekend. It's a big deal. I'm only saying this because I really didn't know at first. Obviously, growing up in this area, we hear about Cowtown. You know what that weekend is about, but actually experiencing it for yourself, it's completely different, man. You're surrounded by thousands of people. I think, if I'm not mistaken, when we first arrived, I think I heard them on the speaker say maybe upwards of 60,000 people, like
Jesus.
the entire weekend from all of the races together. I could be wrong, but I think that's what I heard. But anyways, it was a great experience, man. So I had to get up early in the morning. My race, the 5K, was start time at 7 a.m. on Saturday.
Okay.
So I'm up, super early,
They're staggering you
5:30.
guys because there's so many of them.
So many people, so many different races, right? And you don't do all the same races on the same day. The 10K, 5K, and the children's 5K, I believe, is all on Saturday morning. Sunday is when they did the marathon races. Okay. So it's split up. But woke up Saturday morning, like I said, like 5:30, getting prepared for the race. Stayed in my crib, me and the lady, but the marathon is closer to her crib. So we, meet up or at least go to her crib to just get in one car, right? So then we hop in the car, pull up to the race. I would say we arrived maybe between somewhere like 6:45, 6:50. It's a lot of people. Again, this is our first time doing this, so streets are blocked. The direction that you would normally go is blocked. It's a lot of people. We like, oh shit, we gonna be late for the start time.
Right.
It's seeming like it. But anyways, we arrived like 10, 15 minutes right before. Had to walk up to the thing. We already had our bibs and everything, so we were ready to go. And at 7 o'clock, man, they made like a few minutes before, make a little announcements, national anthem. And nigga, it's time to go. 7 a.m. they start. We on the dot, like, hey, let's get it. They break you up into different chorals.
Your girl ran it as well?
Yeah, my girl ran it with me. So they break you up into three different chorals. So this group of people starts, then this group of people starts, this group of people starts. So we in the first choral. So as soon as 7 a.m. hit, boom. So yes, me and my lady did it together, ran together, same pace, and it was dope, bro. I didn't stop. You know what I mean? We ran the whole time, and it's just fulfilling. It's rewarding. That's why I was telling Hoppy. He asked me over the weekend. I linked up with him as well. He told me, he asked me, and I was just like, yeah, it's just fulfilling, bro. It's just like achieving a goal, knocking something off the list. And myself, I haven't ran that long since high school.
Yeah, I haven't ran a 5K since
we was in high school.
No. I ran miles back then, and we did cross country.
I'm saying a straight 5K though.
Elementary school 5K. That's the last time I've run a straight 5K. You know how the elementary school used to have the join the 5K. I ain't ran one since then, brother.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? It's funny we bringing up this story because you and I were part of the run club in elementary school.
We were in run club,
and we've never talked about that. I forget about that low key. We were in the running club in elementary school. That's crazy.
It's wild because as a grown man, I'm looking to join a run club, but for the last 10 years of my life, that sounds a fucking absurd. Like,
damn, that's crazy.
And that's why we were in such good fucking shape back then. Like, we were in top-notch shape back then.
Wow, yeah, that's really crazy. But that was the race, man. It was a good time. Like I said, great experience. We finished. Both of us came in around 32 minutes. Great experience, man. And I would do it again. I told the guys, like, I feel like there's something that we all need to kind of like, train and work ourselves up to do. And you don't have to run the whole time. You can walk it. You can come with your lady. Like, you ain't got to run together. It's just dope to see, people really taking advantage and caring about their health and just getting something done. Just it's motivating, bro. So that was great. So that's Saturday morning. We finished the race, like I said, somewhere between the 7:30, 8 o'clock period. Stayed after a little bit. They give you little snacks. After that, we shot back to my lady's crib, took a shower, and got ready for my day. Now, again, I told you it was busy, productive day. So did the 5K, left the lady crib, pulled up to Doc's Records in Fort Worth.
Right.
Did a little vinyl shopping. Left there, had to go to the camera store to get some film to prepare for the day. And then after I'm leaving there, like you said, me and you link up, at the museum to do the shoot. So do the shoot. That goes well, man. Got a lot of content that I'm excited about. We're going to definitely get that out soon. Move on. Go back to my lady crib for a little bit. Then I'm back at the crib Saturday night, and I'm looking through all the footage and the shit that we put together, right? Just going over it. So just busy, bro. Super busy Saturday. Sunday, wake up, go to 8 o'clock service early in the morning. After service, link up with Hoppy to go over some content, do a photo shoot for him. So just moving, bro, just all over the weekend. But I love it. I love when my weekends are stacked like that. I have everything in order and I feel productive. And man, like, yeah, it's just a good feeling. But trying to think, is there anything else? Anything else from your weekend, bro?
I saw that new Scream movie.
How was that?
What I will say is it's really, really tough to keep going on and on and on and on with this same like script story. Like you can interchange characters.
Yeah.
but pretty much the same premise, a stab movie.
A stab movie.
I mean, it is. And even inside of that, they make as the main character from Scream grew up, they made her story on the movie famous, and they turned it into a series of movie called like Stab Movie. Right. So they'll reference, oh, that's from Stab 1, that's from Stab 2, like in the movie. But for a movie that came out in what, like 90, 98, 99, something like that for the very first time. Yeah, no doubt. We almost 30 years in, still making like movies. These are still good. Like the movie was good. It was jump scary. Like it had a good plot. I've always fucked with Scream. And I fuck with this one. It was good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out. That's crazy though. You mentioned the time frame or how long it's been since the late 90s. And that's true because I remember dressing up as Scream for Halloween like multiple times. You know what I mean? And that's like our coming up, like, you know, elementary, early school day years. So yeah, I didn't think about it until now that it's been 30 years.
96.
So.
30
years, right on the mark. That's insane. Yeah, but I may check it out. I'm not sure yet. I ain't been to the movies in a while. I'm looking forward to the Mike movie.
Oh yeah,
for sure. I know that's something that's gonna get me to the movies. But outside of that, more recently, I don't think there's been anything that I've wanted to see in the theaters, if I'm not mistaken.
One that I'll actually see. Yeah, and when you said theater, that just reminded me. Shorty fucked that all the way up. We went to a D-Box location and had the only seats in the theater that weren't D-Box.
D-Box? No way. That's tough.
So like, bro, I'm so happy walking up these steps, Cari. Like,
yo, because you already knew.
Cari.
Oh my God.
Holy shit. Like, yeah. You can see the big red thing before you walk in saying that it's one of those XD theaters.
Facts.
Cari, I walk in, like, I'm seeing all the red seats with the D-Box, like, thing on it.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh my God, what's our number? What's our number? She's like, J1 through whatever. And
not J.
Yeah. Yeah, you fucked it up too.
Come on.
And then I get up there, bro, this seat looked totally different than every other seat I've walked up. I'm like,
she gave you the plain Jane.
Yeah. I'm trying to look through her phone. I'm like, you said it's D-Box, right? And at this point, it's the opening weekend of the movie, Cari. So it's not like I can go back downstairs and be like, all right, can I, change my seat? Can I pick a different? Sold out movie, Cari.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because I've seen a few movies in the D-Box format. I've talked about that on the pod. I don't remember the theater not being all D-Box. And I'm only bringing it up to say I feel like that's kind of hard to fuck that up. Going.
I swear to God, Cari.
Chill, hold on. Let me get my words.
I swear on my life. I'm looking at all these other D-Box seats.
I would think for the D-Box, format, you walk in, like you said before, there's a sign. It tells you prepared, all type shit. I would think this specific theater, all of the seats would be D-Box. But, hold on. Let me finish. Stay with me now. If not, if I'm buying the tickets and I'm on the website where I go up to the front window, am I not checking?
She wasn't giving a damn.
Am I not making sure? Am I not asking some questions like, hey, do this look funny to you? That's tough, bro. And Scream probably would have been live. The jump scares, all type shit, yeah. It probably would have been lit, bro. Damn.
Yeah, I feel like we got the wheelchair seats.
That's crazy.
Yeah, give me the
handicap
Give
joints.
me the Boys in the Hood, Lil Chris seats.
That's crazy. Lil Roscoe from Martin.
Yeah, give me them. Like,
Nah, that's crazy. Damn, bro. I'm sorry. I mean, I hope you still enjoyed the movie. Well, you said you did.
I did enjoy the movie, but the thing about it was our seats were closer to the top.
Yeah, damn.
So I then have to look down at all these niggas rocking in their D-Box seats. These niggas adjusting shit. I'm like, all right, bro.
Yeah, because you can't change the intensity.
Bro. These niggas got a motherfucking soundboard on it right next to their right arm.
God, it's like 3 buttons on that bitch. If you ain't never sat in a D-Box seat, I swear to God, it's like 2-3 buttons. You can change the intensity on that motherfucker.
Cari, like real shit, that's how I knew that we didn't have D-Box seats. Because we got up there.
For the buttons.
I swear to God, I see the up and down button for the seat.
Shit.
And that's it. I'm like, oh man,
that's
bro.
Tough. That's tough,
I'm
bro.
like, Baby, you got the.
That's tough.
It says some. What do you mean? It says some D box.
Damn, bro. You wouldn't go back and rewatch it in the format?
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Okay. That's tough though, bro.
But I was saying all of that before. I just said theater, and it reminded me, or you said theater. But Michael, that's one of the movies that was advertised in the previews that you definitely got to go see. But sticking to the theme of Scream, they got a new scary movie coming out.
Yeah.
The Wayans brothers are back.
And this one's supposed to be special because they got like the rights back to it or something. I forget what happened within the last one. I don't think they made the last one, or they made a certain part. I think the relationship or partnership ended and they finished the movie without him.
Yeah, and they didn't have creative control or something like that.
One of those two reasons. But I believe with the new one here that you mentioned, I think they back all hands on deck. Wayne's family, Wayne's brothers are in full control, I think.
Yeah.
That's true? Okay.
I believe so.
Okay.
I'll say this is outside of this, Cari. I want to ask one more thing. And if we need to stop and wait for Thursday, we'll stop and wait for Thursday. We said Wayans. When I think of Wayans, I go all the way back to the root of Wayans. I go to Keenan Ivory Wayans, and I go to In Living Color. What the fuck is going on with Jim Carrey?
What's wrong with Jim Carrey?
Oh, pod. You know what? Let's just wait for Thursday.
All right.
Yeah. When this pod ends, do the Jim Carrey deep dive, and then we'll be back.
Sure.
All right. Yeah. That's gonna work. Whoa. All right.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, I can't wait to even clip this. We can clip this with the next pod of you asking what's going on with Jim Carrey.
For sure.
Oh yeah, he's the talk of the town right now.
Okay. Yeah. I'm lost on that. But yeah, I definitely know for the next time for sure.
Yeah, but let's go ahead and move into the music, the pod. You ready to do it?
Yeah.
Bruno Mars. His new album, The Romantic, dropped over this weekend. It came out on the 27th. I haven't had the chance to hear it just because I had an extremely busy weekend. But did you hear this?
Yeah, I did.
How do you feel about it?
I feel it's good, man. Only 9 songs, 32 minutes. Bruno Mars' first album or first solo album in the last 10 years. I feel like he checked all the boxes. But for me, when it comes to Bruno, there's not a lot that I'm truly expecting. You know what I mean? He's not a favorite artist of mine. I'm not gonna sit here and have deep dives and be like, hey, if the album don't sound like this, I'm gonna be upset, blah, blah. It's Bruno Mars. Like Bruno Mars, I expect him to make quality, good music. And I feel like on the album, he gave you quality, good music. But whether or not it's better than the last one or the ones before that, I'm not the guy to give you that answer. But regardless of that, I feel like it's some joints on here, man. Risk It All, the intro, that's a joint. Why You Want to Fight, number 5, that one go crazy.
I heard number 4. That one sounded like it was all right.
God was showing off. That's a good one for sure. But you get all type of different sounds from Bruno. You get the romantic. I think the romantic is the name, and you get the vibes of that. There's love songs, right? Things like that. But you also have the pop. You have it almost sounding very orchestry. So it's good to me. I really enjoyed it, man. It's short, like I said, only 32 minutes. A quick, easy listen that you can get through and not even realize it. But yeah, definitely a huge project. I feel like it's going to do numbers this year. You know, he got the tour jumping off as well. Once again, it's Bruno Mars. I don't expect much, but I know the guy's going to give me quality music each time, and I feel like he delivered here.
Did it feel very Spanish to you? I feel like some of these beats, I skimmed through just a little bit. It felt kind of Spanish.
No, I wouldn't say the entire album gave me that, but there are, some blends. I think the intro actually kind of starts sounding kind of salsa.
Maybe that's why I got that. And like I said, I skimmed through it. I haven't heard through this.
Yeah, but the entire song, if I'm not mistaken, again, speaking on the intro, Risk It All, I do believe it blends at the start like some salsa-ish type of music, but I don't think the entire song is that sound. But I could be wrong. But no, I don't think the entire album is that fully. I think, again, he gives you the blend of everything, soul, R&B, alternative, just everything that, Bruno does, pop. I think you get all the sounds and he blends it together very well. And again, I think it sounds good. Easy listen there.
Okay. Where are we at with it next? Stove Got Cooks, Cari. He's on the way this month.
Yeah, man. So Stove God has been announcing an album for a very long time, a solo album for a very long time.
Yeah, I'm just patiently waiting on this shit.
Yeah, going back to even last year, I think it's kind of when he started it. There were singles that he put out last year that had a lot of people, saying different things.
He did a rollout. He went on Joe and Jada and everything.
All of that, man. So we get the news this past weekend, though, like you mentioned, that Stove God Cooks is coming back with a new album, but I don't necessarily know or think it was the album that everybody may have been anticipated. And I say that because this is an album that's going to be produced solely by Swizz Beatz. And it's coming out, I believe, March 27th, if I'm not mistaken. Exactly, right? So I had to put this on here because I don't know if this necessarily is going to be the album that we were expecting. Again, going back like, man, Stove God ain't dropped in this amount of time. Oh my God, what's going on with the label? Oh shit, we got 2 new songs. Oh shit, is this it? Oh, he signed a deal. He going, like, all these conversations, right? I don't know if we're going to be able to grade this album the way we were. I think it was going to be called Stamp God or something like that. The album that's supposed to be coming out, and maybe is still coming out. But yeah, this one being solely produced by Swizz Beatz, I think that changes a lot for me.
Yeah.
Do I think it's still going to be a great project? Do I respect Swizz Beatz? Absolutely. Do I know the artist that Stove God Cooks is? Absolutely. But it changes the way I'm going to have my ear to this when it drops.
You got to look at this like a Gangsta Girls mixtape.
Exactly.
Like some shit that, like a mixtape, like something that's just coming out.
Yeah.
But we got another, like we got a main goal that we're actually focused on that we're just not there yet.
That's a good point. That's definitely a good point.
Wow, I did not know that because when I was looking at this on our list, I was getting a bit excited thinking that we had that
solo that, everybody been
what was it?
on. I think Stamp God was the name, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Yeah, with the goat on it?
Yeah, the goat, the Stamp.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah. So I think that was the album title. I know it was a song at least, which he did with DJ Drama, which is interesting. Again, knowing that this album is going to be strictly with one producer. You mentioned it being like similar to a Gangsta Grills. It's going to be that's type of feeling. But the album is going to be titled All This For Me, again, March 27th. Not saying I don't think it's going to be good. I just know
it's going to be good.
The album that I wasn't anticipating for Stove God going into this year. If you told me 2026 or late December 2025, hey, Stove God is coming out with a new album, I'm not thinking it's going to be an album produced solely by one producer at all. You know what I mean? Not just because I'm not shaming Swizz Beatz. I'm just saying that's not what I had in mind for Stove God rolling out the year 2026.
I can't say that I disagree. I agree with you. This will probably be the first time we hear a full-length album from Stove God with no West Side on it. And man, that album that we heard, like I heard some tracks off of that shit, Cari. That shit is crazy.
I like the singles that came out last year. I remember us talking about a few. People were, hesitant because they felt like he was switching up his style, rapping on, maybe commercial beats like they like to call. But I didn't think it sounded bad. I think he's an incredible artist. I don't think it matters what type of beat, what year, what era you may think it's from. Stove God is great. I think he could flow on anything.
Stove God is the best rapper in rap right now.
This nigga switch up his best rapper every episode.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that. Listen, we can take that one back on Stove God. Stove God's not the best rapper.
Oh man.
Who did I say was the best rapper in rap last time?
Probably Cole, more recently. But I mean, I think you said other people. But I've never heard you say Stove God. I would just say that. I respect it though. I know where your head is. I know where your head is. I know where your heart is. You fuck with them Griselda niggas and shit.
But there's different types of like best rappers.
Look at him trying to justify himself, but no, just stay with it, nigga.
Nah,
keep it tight.
The thing is, Cari knows exactly what the fuck I mean too. There's a difference between we've got a hot 100 and we're picking out of those niggas who the best rapper in the game is, and the niggas that are never gonna touch those charts, but we know they're the best rapper in the game. That's what I mean. Them Griselda niggas are not touching the top of the charts, but we know they rap better than the niggas that get put on them lists. That's what I'm saying. And in that conversation, yes, Stove God goes at the top. And I was saying all that to say, no matter what gets put out, he's putting out a good tape.
Where I hear conversations that there may be a label disagreement or sort of issue here with Stove God, and that's kind of why we have this project first, the Swizz Beatz project again. Maybe they're shelving his album, maybe they're not giving him a release date. But you know his history. He's had label trouble forever. Like, again, I think bro ain't put out an album in a very, very long time, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not understanding.
Like 5-6 years. What do you mean?
I'm understanding everything you're saying. What I'm not understanding is how they're not going to clear the album that he's working on, but clear another album he's working on.
I don't know.
That's the part I'm not understanding. Because everything you said made sense. I'm just not getting why we're shelving this album for another album that could also be approved by the same record label.
Maybe they don't classify this as an album. Maybe it's different because it's a Swizz Beatz.
Okay. That would make more sense.
You know, like, yeah, I'm only just throwing things out there because I don't know either. Okay. When you said that, I'm like, yeah, that do make sense. I don't know. Right.
You can't have that one.
Right.
You can have that one, nigga.
I'm like, shit, I don't know. That's a good point. Shit. But anyways, man, again, looking forward to it. We expect it to be good. Just we're kind of thrown off guard there with the announcement that it's going to be a joint collab with Swizz Beatz. But again, we'll play that on the 27th, man. Title once again, All This For Me, Stove God Cooks and Swizz Beatz.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking weird. Moving on. You ready to get into the actual news, or do we still got music?
Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
All right, let's start rap news, Cari, but let's start judicial. Let's start court-wise. Did we hear or did we talk on the pod a while back that Wiz Khalifa got in some trouble overseas in Romania for having some weed on him?
I do believe so. It's been almost 2 years, but yes, I think I remember us definitely briefly talking about that.
Just to recap, guys, Wiz Khalifa, he lost an appeal, or let's go back. He got convicted of, I guess, drug possession in Romania, and he was sentenced 9 months in jail in the country of Romania. Of course, he's no longer there. He's back in America, but while here, he's still been fighting that case, and he appealed it recently. That appeal was actually denied. He lost it, and Romania says that he must serve his 9-month sentence for drug possession.
Yeah, for sure.
Now we just get into the does he get extradited talk.
No, but before we get to that, just for a little more context, just so people understand and know like why this is a big deal for Wiz in Romania. So I think it was in July 2024. Wiz was out there doing a concert, a show. He's on stage and he lights a blunt. Obviously over there, strict pot rules. You know you can't have marijuana. The blunt is one thing. They say, hey, bro, which I'm sure they probably told him you can't smoke before in a country like that, I would think. But he lights the blunt. Police, I don't know if they stopped the show, but they obviously get him for that. And then when they search, bro, he's in possession of 18 grams over here once again in Romania.
I didn't even know ounce, man. Like, let that nigga go.
This nigga worried about the number. But again,
I didn't even know those zip.
With Romania's strict laws, that's why they're making it a big deal. That's why he has to go to court and make these appearances and these appeals, because they're trying to hit him with a 9-month sentence. Now, back to what you mentioned. First, you said being extradited. Give me your thoughts on that, the possibilities of you really thinking, or do you not think that that's a possibility here for Wiz Khalifa?
I think it's a possibility. I think it's somewhere between 0 and 1%. You get that fucker back in Romania for the rest of his life. I don't know. It's just, I mean, the way the world moves, Cari, and especially in America these days, it wouldn't surprise me if they were like, all right, they've approved him to be extradited to Romania. Seeing the news come across your screen that Wiz Khalifa's been extradited to Romania would surprise the shit out of me. But he lost the appeal, Cari. I don't think they transformed this into anything else. I just think he has to steer clear of Romania for the rest of his life.
You're absolutely correct. This really isn't as big of a deal as the headlines make it seem with the bold and capital letters. All he has to do is never go back to that country.
Yeah, he can
this
never
is
go.
Simple. it's news because yes, he's doing the appeal. You obviously don't want that on your record. You want to be able to travel to these shows. Wiz is somebody who is an international presence, as we know. He goes over here often, which is why I'm confused on how a nigga don't know the rules.
He knows
In a country that you've been to, or at least he's been to other places where it's not allowed. I remember this even back when we were young, watching the Day-to-Days on YouTube. He had these same situations and scenarios where he's checking before he's getting, clearance in a sense, whether or not if it's okay. So here we are, 2024. You're doing this shit. Yes, I think it's careless. I'm sure Wiz is big enough at this point to know these things prior to. But regardless of that, this means nothing for Wiz Khalifa. All he has to do is never once again go back to that country for the rest of his life. And if you don't believe us, we've seen these things play out before with athletes, with other artists. All they have to do is never go back over there, bro. And he will be just fine. This court appearance, this appeal, this is strictly for face value. This shit means nothing at all to Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah, and I'm just looking up more information about. I'm thinking like, are they allied with any countries to where like if he were to go to that country, they're like, yo, step over to the side, Mr. Khalifa.
Step over to the side.
Yeah. Nah, come with us, Mr. Wiz.
He's good.
But yeah, no, it looks like he's pretty much good to go.
Wow, this is crazy. Just a little more news. I didn't know this. So it says initially Wiz was hit with a fine, but prosecutors in Romania appealed and pushed for a more substantial punishment, which was approved last year in December. So that's interesting as well. I guess maybe they saw the name, or maybe they was like, hey, we really want to trial this fucker.
Yeah, you drug doing bitch.
18 grams is crazy in a country with strict laws, my nigga. Like,
yeah,
damn.
Yeah, you just walking around with it on you too?
18? I mean, I know to him that's probably nigga nothing, but
yeah, that's a blunt to him.
Like, bro, like just go do that show and get out of there. I don't understand, man. Goofy as it sounds, again, I truly think it's nothing for him to really worry about. That should be lame.
I mean, being one that does partake in these types of activities,
man, this shit goofy. No way you try to paint it, bro.
The blunt, I don't think is the 100% the goofiest thing.
This nigga said, if we gonna do anything, just take a blunt.
No. Like maybe in my head, like I'm not excusing anything. Like, say I got handed a little joint while I'm out there, I'm not throwing the joint away. But
So you just taking a joint from anybody? You that type of nigga? No. Stand on your truth, bro.
I mean, probably. I'm probably taking a blunt.
There you go. That's the Roderick I know.
That's fucking crazy. But the Roderick wouldn't be standing somewhere with 17 other grams worth of weed on me.
Shit, in your back pocket. So yeah.
Yeah, search him. Oh my God, he has 18 grams on him right now, y'all. Yeah, no.
Wow.
No. No. You'd have to raid the right part of my home.
I wonder how they got it over. I'm sure PJ, right? I think Wiz, but I mean that's a far flight. So imagine like having to go through like airport. I'm just thinking like
he's Wiz Khalifa, Cari. He purchased it there. That's all I know it may sound extremely difficult to get it, but that's for a simple nigga. That is Wiz Khalifa. Everybody knows his brand for being marijuana. The moment he posted on his Instagram here in Romania, do you know how many undercover drug dealers hit that nigga?
Where the plugs?
Like, he doesn't even have to ask where to plug. When he touched down in the city, he smokes so much weed, niggas want to sell him they shit.
Even in countries with the strict laws.
Even in Romania, Cari. I guarantee you he bought that weed in Romania.
All right, look, I'm finna stomp him. What about where BG get caught up at? In Russia? What about in Russia?
Nah, he ain't buying that.
What about in Russia, my nigga?
Nah.
That's all I'm saying.
But we've also never seen the Wiz Khalifa Russia show. Like, that's the other one. We've never seen that one.
They ain't letting you go.
What do you mean?
As we know, if you get caught out there, nigga,
no,
you don't get a chance to come home and get extra.
They don't bullshit. Like, We think the old days, like the 3 strike shit, was bad.
Yeah.
Nigga, a blunt, they cutting your fucking head off. They cutting your fucking head off over a blunt.
Thanks, bro. That's crazy.
They gonna throw you in a fucking Siberian forest and let you fend for yourself in the cold, nigga. Are you fucking crazy?
Facts, man.
Yeah, nah. Now, what if Russia really sweet? Like,
Hell no, they showed with BG. They about that shit. They made her cut her hair.
my thing,
She and that bitch doing push-ups,
my thing though, Corey.
cooking.
That is, yeah. They didn't housemaid her ass.
They didn't turn her out.
Yeah, they pimped her ass. No, they turned her in. They turned her ass back in. Nah, but if you can remember, Corey, these are some of the nicest prisons you've ever seen.
Bro, not in Russia. That's like Sweden.
We saw ASAP Rocky's prison.
That was Sweden, right?
That nigga had TV, a Nintendo DS.
That nigga said it was basically like a IKEA.
Yeah,
He said it reminded him of walking through IKEA, like something along those lines. He mentioned at least like the beds or something being from IKEA, or it just feeling like IKEA. However, though, if jail feels like IKEA, send me, nigga.
Them niggas ain't learning this shit.
Right, exactly. Send me to that bitch. I love to walk around IKEA.
I was like, nigga, all my shit in my house ain't from IKEA.
Yeah, come on now.
Yeah, no.
Definitely not in Russia though. I don't think they give a fuck. Nigga, harsh conditions, nigga.
Yeah, you know what?
Right.
Yeah.
Harsh conditions.
Don't get arrested in Russia thinking you gonna get that shit ASAP Rocky got. You'll be fucked up forever.
Hell no.
Yeah, and they moved her to a camp like with no contact and shit.
Facts. She was on death row.
No, this is the thing. I forgot, was that Biden's administration she was under?
Yeah.
Biden had to come so soon. She was gonna kill herself. It was Kari,
bro.
The danger was imminent.
Nah, bro. You remember what's so? It's crazy. I'm remembering all this shit right now. It's been so long, but yeah, nigga, we made a trade. We gave them a hitter.
Listen.
We gave him a hitter back, nigga. He got straight to work. Are you shitting me? He hopped off the plane and went back to work, nigga.
My thing is, and this is gonna sound fucked up, Kari. She was not worth that.
Nah, bro, that's a lot.
For
a b-ball player?
Yeah, okay. I thought you were saying like she was worth so much. I was like, Kari, they gave.
Look, hear me out. I didn't even put the whole word on it for a b-ball player.
Yeah, bro. The thing is, we just can't remember it right now, Corey. During these times, when his name was popular, that nigga had like a nickname that like niggas.
Yeah, it was like the Punisher.
Yeah. Hey, bro, I didn't bring my inhaler. You gotta chill, man. Holy shit.
Yo,
oh my gosh.
It was something like that, though.
Yeah, this nigga went by like the world's deadliest shit like that. I'm like, holy fuck. They gotta keep this nigga buried. What the fuck?
Oh fuck, bro.
Oh my god.
I'm sweating in this hole.
Bro, the type of shit Americans were saying about this whole situation was blowing my mind. Niggas started saying shit like, if this was LeBron, you'd let him go. Duh, bitch. This nigga's a generation defining athlete.
You're absolutely right.
What the fuck?
Yo.
Go get him.
Yo.
Oh my gosh. Oh, whoa. Bro,
my fault, bro.
The pandemic era didn't exist, Corey. That shit wasn't real, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. None of that shit from that era makes any sense, bro.
It don't, bro. We just going through the motions. It's crazy looking back. I was just talking to Hoppy about this, just COVID over the weekend. We were just talking about it's been 6 years just since the year 2020. It's been 6 years, almost to the day. We're like a week or two away, at least from when the world shut down when COVID first hit. It's been 6 years, bro, and that shit feel like blurs. It feel like movies. It feel like shit. Like we recap what we're just doing right now. I remember in the moment like how intense it was, but looking back now, I'm like, bro, that shit is crazy.
And it doesn't necessarily feel like yesterday anymore, but that shit doesn't feel like it was 6 years ago.
Nah, at all.
Like, and I don't know, man. I'm still one of those firm conspiracy believers that like, yo, whatever you niggas did in the pandemic, yo, y'all niggas sped time the fuck up. Something happened.
Something for sure,
like,
man. They sped it up.
It's like you said, all like blobs and blurs of time.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit, that happened.
Yo.
And that happened. And that, bro, in 50 years, there's going to be some Mandela effect shit. Like, there was no pandemic.
Definitely was, man. Definitely lived through it. But all of that was still within the Wiz Khalifa conversation, right? But the last thing before we move out of Wiz Khalifa, with this news, possibly, he did drop an album.
He
over
did.
the past weekend. The album is titled Girls Love Horses.
Okay.
He played a few songs within pre-production, but I myself have not heard this album in its entirety. So I won't speak on it too much. But the few 2-3 songs that you did play,
it sounded good.
Yeah, it sounded all right, man. You know what I'm saying? Nothing I can say that it was bad. I'll say this, okay? It made it worth listening to, or at least made me think like, hey, I can go and play the album.
Oh, it definitely, I'm not going to lie, and I'm not going to try to make it sound like he just dropped some classic.
Yeah.
It made me want to go play this album.
Exactly. I feel the exact same way. And that's just off of, I don't know if you shuffle or if you just started from the top.
I started from the top. Yeah.
Okay. So we're talking the first 2-3 songs here possibly. I think it's worth at least attempting to go listen to it and at least checking it out, like you said. So I'll definitely press play on that and see what it sounds like. Do you know how many songs were on it by chance?
Man, that's the reason why I stopped it in the middle of pre-production, Cari. There's a lot of fucking songs. I'm going to it right now. This is, oh, maybe it's not. 14 songs, 52 minutes. It felt like forever when we were in the middle of pre-production.
Yeah.
But maybe it was just because we were trying to get this pod started.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, like I said, man, you know, the news on Wiz, I think he just doesn't have to visit that country. This will be a slap on the wrist. Nothing needs to worry about for the rest of his career. And the new album, we'll be checking it out and pressing play, let you know what we think of that. But if you're ready to move on, man, we can move into the next judicial topic that we have regarding rappers on this podcast for episode 403.
Yeah, we got Lil Durk. Lil Durk's been incarcerated since what, 24?
I believe. Because I think the All My Life, J. Cole is
that was 24.
Okay. I was gonna say like 23. So 24, like springtime, I think. So yeah, and I think he got locked up by that summer or fall, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere around there.
Something like that, because Almost Healed wasn't out long by the time that
I was about to say he didn't
was
tour or nothing. I think they had to cancel the tour, maybe.
And to be completely honest, yeah, we might want to fact or double check that, because he might have got locked up during the winter.
Okay.
Because I feel like he got locked up right after that album came out. And
all right, I'm gonna get it when the album came out.
But he's in the news and back at it just because his trial that I think was set to start this month or next month, something like that. It has been delayed again until August. And in most cases, Cari, I'd be on some, like, this shit ain't fair, dude. Like, we just keep dragging this out. When are we going to start this trial? But I honestly can't do that in this instance, Cari. The reason why this trial is moved back and back and back is these niggas just keep finding more evidence that they just have to keep going. Oh, this nigga's finished, Cari. I don't even, of course, I know we have to go through this trial process to get through it. But there's so many defendants in it. There's so many witnesses. There's a mountain of fucking evidence that they have to sort through. And anytime they get more evidence, they just push the trial back some more so they could sort through it and be prepared. They are willing to, or not willing, they're preparing to throw this nigga under the bus, start the bus, drive that bitch, put it in reverse, and back over him, Cari.
Double kill. That's crazy.
Over fucking kill. They've got wiretap. They've got camera footage.
Yeah. New witnesses, it seems like every other month or so. It's a lot.
Let's just get it over.
I definitely agree. I have the fact check information before I say anything else. So we're looking at Almost Healed. That's 2023.
Okay, you're right.
May 2023.
Okay, he's locked up by winter 2024 though, right?
October
24? He made it all the way in?
Yep, October 2024 is what I'm showing is when he first went in. And since then, you remember we did get Deep Thoughts, the album last year that released while he was in prison. So that actually is the most recent project, not thinking Almost Hill, but everything you said, I second here, man. There's just so much with this case. It's high profile, it's Lil Durk, and it's for a murder for hire. It's high profile. You know what I mean? So yes, all the new evidence and all the new, things that are coming out plays a factor here, but his name plays a factor. The case itself plays a factor. And we knew going in that this was a possibility. So this news to me is not shocking. It's unfortunate. You do hope in these situations that guys can, have the right to a fair and speedy trial.
A quick and speedy trial.
But with this case, again, I think going in, if you would have asked me, I probably would have said, like, yes, I expect delays, or I at least expect that first day that they set, which I think was sometime last year, maybe early last year. If you would have asked me to bet then, would it be pushed back? I probably would have said yes. Again, it's unfortunate. You wish the best for Durk, but I think this could be something that we continue to see gets thrown and, delayed further as the year continues to go on. We may go the whole year 2026 and Durk still be sitting in a cell with no trial.
And a lot of things niggas don't know is when you get into instances like this, you want everything to be reviewed thoroughly. So most of these defendants waive their right to the speedy trial. You can waive that right. And in these instances, most of them are advised to waive that right by their lawyer. So I'm sure he's done that as well. So these pushbacks mean nothing to them. But we do wish the best for Durk. I would like to see him out, but at the same time, you gotta see the justice system work out.
Yep.
If it works anything like the evidence, we're not gonna see that nigga's next album. We will see his next album. He's not gonna be on the next album. But that last one came out the beginning of 2025?
Let me see if I can get the exact
Either
date.
that or somewhere in 2024. I think he teased it all 2024, even though he was,
Yeah, I show March 25, March 28th, 2025.
Yeah, and like I said, in previous pods, he didn't even know half of the music that was coming out on that shit.
Yeah, which was funny because I think I remember initially they said, because remember they posted like shit of him in the studio. So initially you would think like he was, choosing, saying like, hey, that song, whatever, having a, creative process from the cell. We know how hard that is, but at least that was the picture that was painted to us initially. Then the album comes a week or so or weeks later, we hear that information like, yeah, I didn't even know what was on there. I did find that kind of, interesting.
I mean, clearly the album was not done when he got locked up, and they just had to do what they could at that time to put it together. And when you think about it, I mean, he's in the feds. You don't immediately get phone calls. Sometimes you got to wait before your first trial or before, a lot of things, before you get your phone and visitors and all that stuff set up. He's probably slated for an album release date and, didn't have the proper contact even quality control that shit.
Yeah.
But, nevertheless, like I said, I don't have too much for Durk. I feel like there was one more thing that I had before I got out of here. Have you seen the support and or lack thereof at his court proceedings?
Absolutely. It's been one of those situations where it's weird as shit because, one, a lot of people aren't showing up. That's not really too shocking. You see these things happen all the time. Niggas go in, you realize, hey, maybe these guys or so-called peers aren't really your friends. That's not really what I want to talk about. What I do want to talk about, the people that are showing up are the most randomest fuckers that I would never expect at a Lil Durk trial.
Who are some of these people?
Bro, hold on. I got to go look it up because I damn near forgot, but I believe there's like an actor, a famous actor. Hold on one second.
But I have seen not only Durk, but Durk's team and India make a point to say everybody that was around him for the success has chosen to just slide out of the picture now that he's incarcerated.
I don't think we should be shocked by that.
I don't think you should be shocked by it either. I know this is not his first time being locked up, so I'm sure this is probably surprising for him. It's probably his first time receiving this type of treatment while being locked up.
True. I have the supporter list here, so the headline says only 10 supporters. I'm not gonna say there were only 10 people, but if there were only 10 supporters reportedly showed up for Lil Durk. The list says here that it was his father, members of his team in India. They don't have her on here, but I do remember seeing her, like you mentioned as well. So we have that group there. And then the actor that we have is Gianni Paulo, known as Braden from Power Book Ghost. Huh? Power Book 2, Ghost.
Braden from
Ghost.
From Ghost.
That's what I was like. That was random.
He's just trying to keep his black card and shit. Yeah, that nigga not fucking with Durk.
Bro,
like that.
Yeah. I was gonna say what's bro name? Timothy. I almost said him, but I was like, no, I don't think it's him. So I'm glad I looked that up. But still, yeah. Only 10 people. Family, of course. Then you have Braden from Power Book 2 Ghost.
Maybe Braden and Durk really tapped in like that.
Shit, maybe he tapped in with the feds.
Yikes! Don't say that.
Not Durk. I'm talking about the actor.
I know. Still, I mean, shit. 50 not liking that. 50 not gonna like that. You see when you're doing the T.I. Yeah. The only thing, this sounds crazy because I am concerned for his well-being, but like, can we finally reveal if Durk cut his dreads in there or not? Like, I feel like that's the only thing niggas really want to know. Like, you cut the dreads though? Oh, niggas worry about it. Oh, okay.
Maybe. I have seen that picture. Is it real? Is it fake? Is it AI or not?
Yeah, because they got like 3 or 4 different of those pictures.
Man, Durk still got his hair, man.
You think?
Yeah.
I've always wondered, like, they just let you keep it? Like, are there some prisons you go to where you have to cut them?
Prison?
Because I be seeing niggas go straight bald, like,
I think if you have a hairstyle that's not dreads, right? Something that's, niggas come in there with like low fades. That's the point I'm trying to make, or fades or tapers. And now you got to depend on maybe a barber in here, the lack of.
Okay.
Or it's also something that you really just, don't care about no more. Or a lot of niggas use things like that as a fresh start too. You got to think, niggas are like, fuck it, I'm finna cut my hair while I'm in here. Which is why people are thinking that Durk is doing it anyways because he's in jail. But do I think Durk has cut his hair? No. To answer your question though, yes, I think there are some places that maybe it's a requirement to a certain extent. But if you come in there with long hair already, they can't just automatically make you cut your hair just because it's long, I would think. I don't know, bro. That's like harassment.
Well, I feel like you might be at a disadvantage if you have long hair.
I will maybe, yeah, but Durk is not in somebody that's in Gen Pop.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, you could get pulled in a fight
by the hair.
Yeah, it could just straight up get pulled
by the hair. It's crazy. If a nigga pull you by your hair in a fight, how do you feel? Your hair kind of getting long, so I'm asking you specifically, like, what you think?
In just like a joke setting, I've had a girl pull my hair. That shit ain't, bro. That, like, the way we watch girls pull hair and be like, damn, like, why they just be pulling? Bro, that shit hurts so fucking bad. Like, I'd probably cut my hair because, I mean, if you pull my hair, you got it, fam. Like, you honestly got it. Especially if niggas start pulling hard enough to pull them bitches out.
Come on now.
Yeah, nah.
That's tough.
Yeah, so just thinking me, like, I'm cutting my hair for that reason. And like I said, I feel like you're at a disadvantage in there. Like, everybody else got bald hair, fades. They might not look at you the same.
Niggas got Caesars in this hoe.
Yeah, like,
you come this bitch needing a retwist.
Yeah, sorry. No. I'm getting a fade if I have to go to prison. But I'm not going to prison, so.
Thankfully.
Yeah, man. Shout out to all them niggas that gotta go to prison, man. Y'all niggas, you're not better than me because you're in prison.
Yeah.
But what? What? Yeah. Shit. I was gonna say y'all better than me, but piece of shit. No, you're not. No, I can't say that about everybody in prison. Just a piece of shit in prison. I'm a piece of shit out of prison. That does make me better, right?
I think so, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can say I'm better than certain niggas.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Okay. Like real shit, this is crazy. And this is just off topic as fuck. I remember one time, like, my dad from the South Side, so my dad like rolled me through like his old parts of the town type shit.
Word, okay.
As a kid. Like I'm probably like 9, 10. And I can remember seeing like dope houses, all kinds of shit, crackheads walking the street. And this is fucking crazy. And my mom always like, why the fuck would he ever say some shit like this and allow you to think this? My dad like pointed at a crackhead and he like, I knew what a crackhead was, but he further explained it. And he stopped his car, like window down, and my dad pointed at him and he was like, you think you better than him? And I was like, no. And my dad was like, it's okay. Like, you can think that you're better than people like this. And I was like, oh, holy fucking shit. Nah, like real shit to this day. Like,
damn.
I be bringing that back up with my mom Dukes, and she's like, yo, that's not the type of shit you should be teaching a child.
I was about to say, like, talk about tough love.
Yeah, he was like, it's okay to say you better than them. And I was like, God damn.
I mean, shit. I think I can understand what he was trying to accomplish, but like there's other ways.
I have no idea.
I would think that there would be other ways.
Like,
but shit, I mean, I'm not a dad. I don't know. That's kind of harsh, bro.
I just don't, Cari, I don't know what the point of any of that shit was. While we was going back.
It wasn't a scare tactic? You don't think that's what it was?
Nah. I think he wanted to flex that he was from the street like that.
That's nasty.
Yeah, flexing.
I grew up with crackheads.
Yeah, flexing it to your son is disgusting.
Like, bro, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, grown ass man, by the way. I wish we had that saying back then.
Man, grown ass man. By the
It's
way.
a grown ass man, by the way, y'all.
Man.
Oh man. Yeah, nigga told me straight up I was better than them. He was like, yeah, it's okay to think that. Like,
all right, Pops. Appreciate that. You say you were like 9?
Cari, I had to somewhere between 7 and 9 years old, man.
That shit, man, probably fucks you up. Imagine going home as a 9-year-old after shit. Like, bro, at 9, imagine going home, right? After just getting out the car with your pops, singling out a crackhead.
It did fuck me up, but it also didn't because at that time, now I know I'm better than these.
You
niggas.
understood it. Yeah,
like,
you understood it.
Yeah, like,
it makes sense.
You didn't put the battery in my head that I'm better than a lot of these niggas out here.
Word. See? Shout out, Pops.
Fuck this crackhead ass nigga.
It's a message behind everything.
Yeah. You the shit. Hype yourself up. Confident.
For sure.
That was a confidence trip? Nah, no way this nigga took me by my crackheads to get my confidence up.
Definitely was a boost.
How low was it, Cari?
I don't fucking know. That's your dad. You ask him.
This is my, I just can't ever remember having that low self-esteem. How low was my confidence? You had to bring me around the bottom of the barrel.
He didn't do it for confidence, to boost your confidence.
Okay.
He didn't do it for that, bro.
He wanted to show me the track?
Yeah.
All right. Let's just move on. Let's just fucking move on. We still got jail talk.
Okay.
Tory Lanez, Cari. His appeal has also been denied.
Okay.
Just like Wiz Khalifa, except Tory Lanez isn't out. They currently have this nigga.
Yeah, he's been guilty since like 2020. Like 2020 or something around there.
And they made him go in for his sentence on Christmas Eve 2021, I think.
Yeah, I do remember that.
That was nasty.
This one here, we normally don't speak on these matters in this fashion, but at this point, he's locked up serving his time, and we've always talked about we think he's going to serve that entire time, especially at this point, there with no extradition, happening or taking place at this time yet. He still is in the U.S. to my knowledge, hasn't been moved to Canada, right? This is just blase here, bro. I know more recently, what's the friend name? The girl, what was her name? Can't remember her name.
We got Megan Thee Stallion, and then we have
the friend. Damn,
Kelsey. That's what her name
Kelsey?
is. Kelsey. Yes.
I believe Kelsey's lawyer or legal team is once again, trying their appeals, doing whatever they can do to try to, help and support their client. More recently, though, I heard that they announced that Kelsey has admitted to being the one that pulled the trigger and not Tory Lanez in defense of the injury that happened to Megan Thee Stallion. So I think that's why you get this news, this more recent appeal is because that happened. And again, all legal teams here are just trying whatever. But again, I think this is blase. Not really much I'm going to focus on here. I think Tory Lanez is unfortunately going to serve that entire sentence or a vast majority of it. I've been saying they're going to continue to say that.
Yeah, I think everybody has pretty much washed their hands with this situation, including the court system. So they're really not open to hearing anything unless something breaking, like cold hard fact evidence comes out to, you know, trigger some sort of retrial, something like that. But yeah, I think that they've washed their hands with this situation. He's going to see the majority of that sentence. I don't know if that's a 10-year sentence and he gets to do 5 and come home, or if that's he day by day is this thing the whole way out. But prayers up to him, because that's a terrible situation. Especially if he's not as guilty as people or he's been made out to believe.
Yep. Eligible for parole August 2029. I think that truly may be the first time you can, or the first time you should anticipate Tory Lanez being on the outside. Just my opinion. Again, I don't see it happening anytime prior to that.
That's crazy. He's been in jail for
2-3 years, I believe. So arrested in 2020. I'm sorry, 2022, December 2022. So that's
almost 4 years.
4 years going on of a 10-year sentence.
No way that Tory Lanez been locked up for almost 4 years already.
Yeah. Found guilty in 2022.
Oh my gosh. Time is moving fast. See, that's the type of shit I'm talking about. Like, they didn't put us in a time blender. They just crunched up the fucking time. We waking up every day, moving 2 more fucking days. They just telling us shit. Yeah. All right, whatever. You have any more for Tory?
No, I don't.
All right. Go ahead and slam that cell shut.
That's good.
till breakfast.
Till breakfast.
Yeah. Spotify is shaking up the rap game right now. They've got billboards running basically saying that hip hop needs new leaders. This was spotted somewhere. They of course made it their own promo. It's made blogs. It's Spotify is saying hip hop needs new leaders. Just straight off of a yes or no before we go into the nitty gritty of everything. Cari, does hip hop need new leaders?
No.
Okay. I might disagree with you. I'm not 100% sure, and it's going to take this conversation for me to really figure out. But I'm going to lean more to disagree with you than I agree. However, after they said Spotify needed, or after Spotify said hip hop needs new leaders, they made a post with a list of who they believe to be the new leaders of hip hop, which is Baby Keem, Big X the Plug, Sexy Red, Glorilla, Doechii, Central C, Rod Wave, and Lil Tecca. They've also added that starting last Wednesday, I believe, fans can also head to Spotify. This is not an ad, but they can head to Spotify and vote on the app for who they think will lead hip hop's next generation. Thoughts on this, Cari?
First thoughts, I mean, I don't agree with this list. I don't agree that it's necessary, and I don't think that Spotify is the brand that should be put to test for a list like this, or even be the one choosing who's on the list. So that's just my initial thoughts. But I think all in all, it's just a business thing first, right? You get people, you garner attention, get people to your website, use your website, vote on your website, keep the conversation going, post our shit everywhere. I think it's strictly for that. And I think it's just a clickbait thing to get people, you know, to have a discussion on who truly is hip hop's next leaders. But starting out, I mean, I just don't necessarily agree with this list fully. I think there are some names here that show potential, but there are a lot of leaders when a lot of people on this list. When I think of leaders of hip hop. So I'm thinking people that are truly in this bitch to change the landscape of the game and do it consistently for 10 years plus. I look at leaders from our generation, the guys that we grew up on, Cole, Drake, Kendrick, Wayne. I think of those guys as being leaders, truly motherfuckers, Kanye West, Motherfuckers who have changed the hip hop genre as we know it. People make music because of these people. I don't look at this list of these new artists and think Central C is a hip hop leader. I don't think Lil Tecca is a hip hop leader. He's great. I love him. I love the guy. But as being hip hop's next leader, generational type people that change the landscape of rap, I don't agree with many people on this list. Sexy Red, love the movement, but a leader in hip hop? No, sir. I just don't agree with that. Rod Wave, I can understand that one. Definitely can understand that one. Big X the Plug, going crazy. Love him to death, but I also don't necessarily see him as a hip hop leader. All these people are successful and will be in this game, but leading the genre, like I'm talking about always being at the top, selling out shows, being at the top of every charts on the level that a Drake would do it, or a Kendrick would do it, or a Cole would do it, or a Kanye West would do it. I don't see people, I don't look at this list in its totality and agree with it. No way possible.
I think you're a little too gone more on the list than the concept. I do agree that hip hop does need new leaders. I can't remember if it was this actual post itself from Spotify or if this was something that I read on the side that was kind of raising this argument. But if you think about it, you don't have to always say hip hop is a young man's game. But if you think about hip hop in its cycles, you can think of the 80s rappers, whether it's Run DMC or Fat Boy or Fat Boys or Big Daddy Kane or Heavy D. And you move on to the 1990s, there's a totally different set of leaders for this game in the 90s. You move into Nas, you move into Dr. Dre, you move into Tupac, you move into Big, you move into Jay, and then you get, or you kind of move into Jay. Let's not say Jay for the 90s. Then you move into the 2000s and you get somebody like Jay, then you get Nelly, then you get 50, then you get Wayne, you get Ye, you get M, you get all of these people, and then you move to the 2010s and you get people like Drake, you get people like Cole, and you get to people like Kendrick. Even if you want to say like the Tyler, the Creator, because he popped in 2010 or 11, you get 16 years later and they are still the people that you name as the leaders in the game. We haven't, even if we've had somebody new, we haven't had somebody come and overtake the game. I do agree. And I think I've been saying this. That's why I was pushing for Lil Baby to be the face of this so hard. Every time somebody comes up as the new leader of rap, I'm always there to champion that shit because I've always felt like what we're seeing here is not normal in a bad way. I don't like that. I mean, I appreciate success, black success, great music, all of that. But I don't like that our leaders of the game are 40 now and they've been there 15 years. So I don't think this list is necessarily ideal, but I do think this is the right idea. And I think this is the idea people should have, or this conversation is something people should have on their brains because it's true. Now, me with the list, you said Big X the Plug. No, I can understand Big X the Plug because if we're talking of this new generation of rappers out, for me, he is by far one of the best lyricists of the new generation of rappers. And he's making waves on the charts. Sexy Red, I wouldn't say no. Her image is big enough to be a leader, yes, but her content doesn't do it for me. Glorilla, yes, I give Glorilla that. I think that she's popping her shit in a way that no other hip hop artist from the female standpoint's ever done before. She's creating something new, and she strikes me as an artist that in 10 years you're gonna see her glowed up to some sort of mogul status if she stays where she's at now. Doechii, without a doubt. I say that about Doechii without a doubt. Rod Wave, the proof's in the pudding for Rod Wave, whether you like it or not. And I think Don Toliver's name should have been in here. Baby Keem, I think that goes without being said. But I think if we had Don Toliver, Baby Keem, Glorilla, Doechii, Rod Wave, that makes a much better list. I get Lil Tecca, he's doing big numbers. We just talked about him last week. His first track just went diamond. And he's young, but he's not a leader in the rap game. Central C, we're gonna have to have a conversation at some point about Central C because he's a quiet industry plant. He's an extremely quiet industry plant.
He got a new album coming out soon. We can talk it then.
Yeah, I'm just saying like that. Nope, niggas talk the obvious shit that pops up in our face. I forgot the nigga's name. You got no confidence like me. Whoever that nigga was. He's a industry plant.
Richmond?
Tommy Richmond. That's who it was. Niggas want to bring up the obvious ones, but sometimes there's guys that, yes, he does have a fan base at this point, but are pushed entirely too heavily in front of your faces for their sales. Yeah, Central sees that.
It's funny that you say that because you were saying Doechii was an industry plant, but then you just said now you can see her as a leader of this so-called next generation. So which one is it?
I never said Doechii was an industry plant.
You're lying.
We can go back on the.
I can pull it.
We can pull it.
I definitely remember you saying.
We can pull it, and we had the conversation. We can have the conversation of her being talked about being an industry plant. You can pull the footage, the audio. I never called her an industry plant.
I'm gonna pull it.
You can pull it.
I promise you.
Cari, I never called her an industry plant.
All right.
But yeah, I think Doechii speaks for herself just because what I said was about her, she's not an industry plant. I said TDE promotes her entirely too heavily to the point where they make that conversation easy for her. And yeah, if you can find it, I'll definitely be wrong about that. But I don't ever remember calling her an industry plant.
For sure.
But yeah, no, that's why I think Doechii belongs there. And I was a fan of the Doechii album before she just became super fucking popularized. Yeah, but I do agree with rap needing new leaders. I think the leaders of rap today, Drake, Cole, Kendrick Lamar, I think it's redundant. I think we're sitting at almost 20 years of these niggas being the leaders of rap. That's ridiculous. Yeah,
man. I'll throw some more names in here that I think should be a part of the list. Baby Keem, I think, is a lock. You mentioned Tyler, the Creator, of course. Don Toliver, I didn't have him initially, but yes, I think he belongs on this list.
Well, I have Tyler, the Creator, on the part where I said that he's been a leader of the game now for almost 15 years. Like he's a part of the J. Cole, Kendrick one for me.
For me, not necessarily, because the pop is shorter duration. You really see like Igor pop. I mean, don't get me wrong, he had pop back then, but like Igor pop to being held as a generational artist, I think is where I start for Tyler, the Creator and on. I think that's my start. When we talk Cole, when we talk Kanye, when we talk Drake, they all have early 2010s in their book. I don't think Tyler gets that until almost the 2020s.
I disagree. Strongly.
Okay, so that's my point. But I'm gonna add Tyler, the Creator, in there. I'm also gonna add Travis Scott in there. Again, somebody that has been around for a long time. But when I think leaders, when I think hip hop leaders, I'm not talking about people who are successful, who have talent, who are gonna sell records. That's gonna be everybody. You're gonna have artists that do that. I'm thinking leaders, truly people that you held to, or you hold to hold the baton. I don't look at Big X the Plug holding the baton. I'm sorry.
Travis has also been a leader for 10 years.
I don't look at Big X the Plug being a leader. I don't look at Sexy Red being a leader. I don't look at Central C being a leader. That's just me. Again, leading the game. I look at hip hop's leader as being people who are selling out and the number one artist in the world. Playboi Carti is another guy that we can add to this list.
Playboi Carti,
he's been out. He's the new generation's leaders. That's the way I'm looking at
Playboi
this.
Carti belongs in this list. No, but I agree with you. The names that you said don't belong in there. But no, yeah, like a Rod Wave, whether you like it or not, he does the numbers to be in that. Whether you see him as a lister, Rod Wave puts up the numbers.
I didn't say
no. I know. I'm saying Lil Tecca, no, he doesn't belong there. Sexy Red, she's a figure, but music wise, she doesn't belong there. I did Central C, he does not belong there. Baby Keem belongs there for sure. You said no to Big X, I'll say yes to him. You don't think that Glorilla belongs in the new leaders?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Her and Doechii, I'm not gonna argue with.
Her and Doechii belong there. Rod Wave?
Yeah, I said yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I agree with you on that. It's just I think where I was arguing is some of the leaders for me, and I know how you feel with Tyler the Creator because Igor is a pinnacle almost for him. But nah, Cari, you got to think about like when they're saying young leaders or next leaders, when you start to think about Smuckers, not Smuckers, Cherry Bomb, 2015, these albums, we got Wayne and Kanye features on this. We got Loiter Squad by that point. He's a leader.
At that point, though, when I'm saying leader, I'm talking about being held as the greatest artist of your generation. In 2015, Flower Boy, the album that came out in 2013, I think was Wolf. Tell me were people saying Tyler the Creator is the best artist of his generation. Tyler the Creator is the best rapper in the game right now. I don't think people were saying that. That's why I'm saying it wasn't until Igor 2019 and on, Call Me If You Get Lost, things like that, where we started to say like, hey, this guy may be the best rapper in this game right now. Hey, this guy may be the best artist of his generation.
I still disagree.
Okay.
Flower Boy nominated for Album of the Year at the Grammys is 2017, which puts us at 9 years since that album. He's leading this pack for almost 10 years. To what I'm saying, all of the niggas we have in this game, this is one thing that I don't think we can, or one thing that we don't argue on, or we're not gonna argue on. All of the niggas that we see in the game today as the leaders of the game have been leading that shit longer than any other generation. The Coles, the Kendricks, the Travis Scotts, the Tyler the Creators have held their torches, and them bitches have been lit longer than any generation in rap.
That's not their fault, though, but yes. It's not their fault.
It is and it's not.
How can you blame them for being hot for so long? It's not their fault. What they supposed to do? Stop making music just because niggas in the past had artists surpass them? That's not their fault.
You're right. You're right. And maybe I said that wrong. It's not their fault. It's label's fault. It's got to be. Nowadays, Cari, that instead of things going to another generation, they're gonna suck every single dollar out of it until it's fucking over. Which is why we're gonna get Drake until it's fucking done. We're gonna get Kendrick until it's fucking done. Cole's not gonna let you niggas suck the fucking life and blood out of him like a leech. He wants to leave while he still got fire. But nah, I agree. Now I'm with you. I don't agree with that list. They got some bullshit niggas because I think they've added people that are stars that aren't necessarily hip hop stars
or necessarily may be a leader, in my opinion.
Yeah,
which is why I struggle. Why I struggle with the list. I know.
The thing about it though, Cari, I know what you mean, so I agree with you, but I think we both could be proven wrong in that.
I would love to be proven wrong.
No. I don't mean like in time. I mean like in a way, Sexy Red is a leader, just not as a rapper.
Okay.
Like she for the women on that side, she lead. Unfortunately, Cari, she got more steam than Glorilla and Doechii. She just doesn't rap well. That's the thing. And I do want to hang with a bad bitch.
I want to hang with a bad. You want to hang with a bad bitch? Oh God!
And I was talking to Shorty about this. I was saying, yo, the reason why that shit is going so hard is because niggas relate with her on some shit. Because I saw somebody say this when the song came out. Niggas don't always want to fuck. Sometimes we just want to be in a room with the bad bitch. Sometimes we just want to hang with the bad bitches.
There's nothing more better than being in a room full of them.
Yeah, like we've talked about this before, but like
all the time,
finding yourself as the only one or the only two guys at the girls' night event, or say the party done let out and all the girls are the ones with the house and everybody's clearing out. Y'all gotta go. And as you walking out, they're like, not y'all.
Y'all good.
Oh my God. God.
It ain't nothing too much better than that.
Oh my God, we're staying?
Yeah. Facts.
We want to hang with a bad bitch.
I'm with you.
But no, I agree. Like she rap wise, and that's what
it's different. It's different. I know what you're saying.
But I know what you're saying. The leaders of rap should be the best rappers in the fucking game, undeniably, and they should be putting up the numbers to say so.
I'm talking about critically acclaimed. You know what I mean? I'm talking about each project that they drop, it really being like, timeless, something that people stop and have conversations about, really, really grasp and be like, hey, is this some of the best shit that we've ever heard? You know what I'm saying? Is this the best music of its time? On a consistent level for years and years and years and years and years to come. I'm just not really seeing it with this list, but we agree on that part. I know.
Corey, do you know how I know we have exited an era?
How's that?
We have truly, truly exited an era, and we gave up hope, Corey. It's 2026. We're talking the new leaders in rap. No Corday. Man, hey, is this fine? We finally got to that point, man.
Finally got to drop Corday, huh? We had to drop Corday.
He not gonna be the greatest rapper of all time, Corey.
Nah, he not.
Oh no! Oh no! Please, no!
I'm sorry, bro.
Man, I really wanted Corday to be like, we didn't know the way the world was gonna move.
So look, you asked me a question earlier that I didn't necessarily agree with. You were saying it's niggas' fault that they was hot for too long. Is it Corday's fault that niggas wasn't ready for his type of rap?
Yeah, no.
He was part of the wrong era. Is that also his fault?
No, this shit is J. Cole and Kendrick's fault. The fact that they wouldn't move over so Corday could get
the next nigga.
Yeah, so he could get a 16.
Shit, that ain't his fault.
Why Corday never got put on a J. Cole verse or a Kendrick verse?
I don't know.
They could have done existential things for this nigga's career.
Cole did a song for him. He produced that joint that he had with Anderson .Paak. Summer, what is it? In the summertime.
Bum, bum,
yeah, that shit was fire. Yeah, that shit was fire. I think that was his lead single for his last project.
He could have been the second to last project. Oh, wait.
I don't know. One of the last two. One or two for sure. Yeah. That song is recent.
That last project was really good.
Bro, he's a good fucking artist. Here we go.
Yeah, that's how he used to get it.
Here's the Corday love. He's a great fucking artist.
Can he do it?
He's a great MC, bro. Always has been. It's just some things don't always connect the dots with guys like that of this time, and that's fine. But is it Corday's fault because of a lack of talent? By no means necessary. It just hasn't worked for him in his career, whether that be because of the label, whether it be because of timing, whether it be because his shit just wasn't connecting. The nigga is good, bro.
Sometimes y'all niggas gotta sell y'all souls, bro. Like, I'm a big advocate in the music game for selling your soul.
I
see. I don't know if you guys have heard me say it before or heard me talk about it like on the low. Like, yo, guys, you're not gonna tell me, especially a nigga like him. He grew up studying the game. Like, you knew this day was gonna come, Corday. Like,
he didn't know how early it was.
He got real good, and then he came and he was like, oh no, like, nigga, oh my God, give it away.
Facts. Yeah, he didn't stay in there long enough. Like, even Cole. I'm just using Cole again as an example. Cole got in, got out. You know what I'm saying? There's artists that get in, get out. Ye got in and out. You know, Drake got in, stayed in, and now is trying to get out and realize how hard it is to get out when you've been in that long.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, everybody tries and dibble and dabs with this shit. Corday though, he got hot, saw the shit, it didn't stay hot, didn't stay over there long enough, nigga. He was asking mom to come home already. No, nigga, stay the night.
Nigga.
Stay the night, nigga.
What is you talking about,
Stay the night,
nigga?
We got snacks and shit in here.
It's gonna be scary when you go to sleep, nigga.
Like, come on, bro. We got all the snacks in here, my nigga. All the games.
You talking about that American Idol shit? But nigga, do you want 100? Either one of y'all was gonna have to do it. Either you was gonna have to do it, or your mama was gonna have to do it.
Went got the tennis star. He was trying.
Man. Naomi be pissing me the fuck off too. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey man,
she be fighting real hard until like the quarterfinals of her shit.
Hey.
That's what her shit be doing. Shit just be dwindling away. Yeah, and I love her. Sue me, I'm rooting for everybody that's black. I hate her post game interviews.
That's fair.
Oh my God.
She should just shut up and dribble, huh?
He caught me off guard, and I almost agreed to that shit. He caught me off guard.
That nigga
Caught me off guard. I almost agreed to that shit. I didn't know what I was saying, guys. I'm sorry.
It ain't Black History Month no more. Niggas get the trip in 2 days. Like, it's only been 2 days.
Yeah, you can only be in like that mode during certain months. You got to know exactly what you're saying during February and June, nigga.
Oh God, you got to be on high alert.
Yeah, you got to be on high alert even more. Ooh.
June, nigga.
Yeah,
you better not come with that bullshit during June.
No, sir. No, sir,
Scared
nigga.
of that month, nigga. Terrified of that month.
Straight
nigga.
ally shit, nigga. Fuck is you talking about?
Come on, man. Shit crazy out here.
Yeah, no, you a bit more relaxed. February. They don't give a fuck about us.
No, they be announcing everything against us. Trump, bro, I ain't never seen Trump pass so many anti-black laws,
bro.
In the month of February. This shit was crazy.
And to top it off, like a fucking cherry on a fucking banana split, the nigga put Barack and Michelle up as two fucking monkeys on his shit.
Facts.
Like, what the fuck?
Facts.
In February.
I thought you was gonna say we'd even had this on the list. Really, we can talk about it later, next episode. But the State of the Union was this past week as well. Bro, there was one point he, going through his year, all the shit that his party done. But he was like, "We ended DEI," and everybody in that motherfucker just clapped. I was just like, God damn.
Yeah, I mean,
during Black History Month, bro, I was just like, hey, shit crazy, bro.
He is a fucking damn near tyrant in a room full of dick suckers and ass kissers. So
for sure. But yeah, we'll say that for the next episode. We'll talk that Thursday for sure.
Wow, what a fucking crazy guy. Yeah. What a crazy guy.
Anyways, man, Spotify's list. I'm sure they're gonna, maybe change some things, add some names. I did enjoy that conversation, and I know.
Yeah, disagreeing be fun.
I love it. We should actually do it more. We should actually plot, like niggas be doing to do that shit. But anyways,
yeah, we be agreeing too fucking much.
Yeah, I know. I hate it. I want to nigga, no. Yeah, you wrong, nigga. No.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed that shit. Like, nigga, sure. I don't agree with that shit.
For sure. Anyways, man, that's it for Spotify's list. If you want, join the app, vote. Again, this is not an ad.
I'm not gonna be doing that. Actually, guys, if you scroll down to the bottom of your podcast, you can click that link and get your subscription to Apple Music, because that's what we're doing on this side. But moving forward, Lil Yachty, Cari. Lil Yachty is clearly, or of course, the Concrete Boys tape came out this weekend, and Yachty's clearly been on a rollout.
Full-fledged, bro.
Yeah.
Pedal to the metal.
Oh, my fucking goodness. And the thing is, with most rollouts, like, I'm there for it because I know that's how we sell records. I'm ready for this rollout to end already. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. I can agree. Tell us why, though.
He started off on a podcast. I forgot the name of that podcast. It's a really popular podcast.
Damn, what's bro name? I'm sorry.
I know. And I'm not even disrespecting because he does a good job over there.
Yeah. I got us, bro. Don't even worry.
But Yachty's doing an interview and
Bootleg Kev.
Yeah, that's a good pod. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
He's doing a pod, of course, promoting the new Concrete tape, and they start talking old school rap, or I think they get in the conversation of people talking about how bad rap is today or how bad he sounds, something like that, and to kind of soothe. Or to answer and rebuttal, he basically used Sugar Hill Gang's Rapper's Delight by saying that shit was ass or that shit was weak as fuck. And y'all talk about the type of music that comes out. Have y'all heard Rapper's Delight by Sugar Hill Gang? Like, this shit is fucking awful. I'm not gonna lie, I took offense to it, Cari.
Good.
It's not even like he just has to show the utmost respect for the game. Niggas always want to talk about the game never showed Yachty and his generation love, so why does he owe the older generation? You don't. The one thing that I will stand on is I think using lyrics from the origins of rap as your leg to stand on as why your rap doesn't sound as good is pathetic. Like you used a 1979, 80 type of track and said, listen, guys, if you don't like my music, this sounds like that. And I'm not gonna lie, I like Rapper's Delight.
Yeah, you got the vinyl.
I'm a fan of Rapper's Delight.
One of us got it.
I have it.
I remember it being on our wall.
Yeah, the OG Rapper's Delight vinyl.
For sure.
But this is the type of rhetoric that makes you want to spill out like insults about somebody. Like, oh, like, nigga, you rap like this, but you... I'm not going to insult Yachty because I like Yachty's music. But I think it's a poor take. I think Sugar Hill Gang caught a stray just because he was trying to defend his own music. I think Sugar Hill Gang's Rapper's Delight is a generation defining record.
Easy.
And I want to stand on saying this. Lil Yachty has no one track anywhere near as defining to the hip hop culture as Rapper's Delight. He does not have a Rapper's Delight. He does not have a song that is as generation defining or culture defining to the craft as that. That is a hip hop 101 record that you must know in this culture. I'm sorry.
You must ain't never took the walk to Poland, nigga.
Oh yeah.
You must ain't never been on that walk in Poland,
and this
nigga.
is the thing, Cari.
The hell?
On Friday or Saturday, I forgot what day this interview came out. I saw him say that, and I'm pumping gas, and I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about exactly what I just said, and I'm like, was the walk to Poland, was that as big a... I'm like, man, fuck no.
Hell no.
Fuck no. We talking about Rapper's Delight.
Facts.
I started thinking about I just want you for the... I'm starting to think about all these records.
Night?
Yeah, I'm like, does he have a record as big as Rapper's Delight? I started thinking about his biggest albums. I started thinking about Let's Start Here. I started thinking about Lil Boat 2, shout out Hoppy. And I was like, does he have one?
Album of the year.
Album of the decade. And he does not have one of those, Cari. Like, these are the instances where this is where I told Lil Russell to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, facts. And I agree with you. I think One Night is the closest that he even gets if you want to have a conversation. And and he's still not even fucking close.
No, yeah, you're not even scratching the surface, nigga.
I definitely agree. And you mentioned the word being, I think you said pathetic. Yeah, you said it's pathetic. I'm gonna say it was awful. I think it's a cop-out. I think it's somebody who has not only spoken about this before, I believe he's had a similar conversation along the same realms here in the past, if I'm not mistaken. But I also think it's somebody who's just sensitive to their own craft and maybe reads comments too much, maybe doesn't like negativity. Like, if a nigga telling you your music suck, so what? There's so many people in this world who either like you or don't like you. But to get up on the stage and to disrespect the genre, the craft that niggas, the foundation that was laid for you to even be in front of the microphone that you talking in front of now. Like, all this shit has had to happen for you to be a part of this game, Lil Yachty. That's why I find it disrespectful, awful, pathetic, all those same adjectives that you use. Because why are we disrespecting the genre that has helped you obtain every life goal you've ever wanted?
Whether you like them or not. You could have just said nothing.
Exactly,
nigga.
Bro. Like, that's disrespectful to the craft. And we see them to be the ones to do that a lot. Sometimes niggas want to shit on old rappers or just the genre itself. Like, that shit whack to me, nigga. I don't, and again, I'm not in the crowds of rock and country artists and pod and culture.
Nah, but we're very crabs in a barrel.
Yeah, but still, I'm saying this to say, I don't know if niggas over there disrespecting the craft the way Yachty just sat on this stage and disrespect the craft. Like, that shit just weird to me. Why would you, whether it's an album promo or not, like, nigga, don't cross that line. I just think that's weak.
I agree.
That's just weak. But again, we know it's promo. We know he's probably doing it for the album. There's other ways, bro. There's other ways.
I mean, you've also seen this guy disrespect his business partners and his best friend live in front of the world.
That's why I called him sensitive. I meant that. Like, it seems like, like a nigga don't like criticism.
Yeah, he does over the course of his career. Things that have come out, it does lead you to believe he would be sensitive, like, extremely.
What the fuck?
And artists are, but at the same time,
yeah, but like, what the fuck? You successful as hell, nigga. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I just don't get it. But again, my whole standard thing I'm gonna stand on. Don't disrespect the genre, the foundation that was laid for you to even be a part of this game, my nigga. That's disrespectful.
I wholeheartedly agree. Is the argument he had with Joe Budden all starting to come to fruition these days?
What do you say with Joe?
You remember on that academics thing that he was too happy for all this shit?
I don't remember saying that. Yachty said this specifically, or Joe said it about
You remember
Yachty?
Like that show that academics used to do with them?
I forget what it's called. I remember the show. I don't remember what Yachty said.
He was telling me he was just, chilling, enjoying the game.
Like not really taking this shit serious?
I'm not taking none of this shit too serious, man.
Doesn't look like it. Not anymore.
And Joe actually got mad at Yachty.
Yeah, I feel that.
For not being more mad.
Okay. I feel that though. Especially coming from Joe. That sounds like it's like, I definitely feel that. But the tape, Concrete Boys, It's Us Volume 2. This is the first one since the whole, fallout of Caribou's no longer on the label. We looked early in pre-production, at least at the cover art. We didn't play any songs, but you brought it to my attention that it looks to be somebody who has replaced Caribou.
Yes, Schmerbu.
Bro. I was not expecting that shit,
Sirski.
bro.
Yes, Sirski. You know they went and got Schmerbu.
Schmerbu is crazy. Who is Schmerbu?
That woman we were looking at in that fucking picture. That's who it is.
Man, that's insane. You got the details of this? I don't have it. I'm just mentioning it really quick.
Of the Concrete Boys tape?
Yeah.
Let me go get it since I'm already here. Concrete Boys. The new album is called It's Us Volume 2. That is 17 tracks, total 56 minutes.
Okay. I'm going to definitely give this a spin. I gave the first one a spin over the past week, knowing that the second one was coming. Absolutely love that project when it came out. Those songs still sound good to this day, especially the ones with Caribou, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll see how this one sounds, man. One more thing with Lil Yachty. I don't know if you had anything else about the album.
The only thing I was gonna say, you made a point to mention Caribou. I'll just make this statement. We can go on. You can agree, disagree. Whether Lil Yachty wrote the records or not, Caribou was the most entertaining artist in that group.
Agree.
Okay. Yeah. I was just throwing that out there. Yeah.
Easily. Gave them a different look, gave them a different style. Whether or not, like you said, who wrote it, the shit sounded amazing coming from her.
And that's what I was gonna say. Now I know how some people feel about like, oh, he not really street, but like the rap nigga, I don't care who wrote that shit. That shit was fire when she was saying that. Bro. That shit was fire.
Exactly.
But yeah, go on.
The next thing within this rollout, I just have to mention this as well. Lil Yachty also for promo went to LA Leakers. Mm-hmm. Over the past week. Shout out to Just Incredible, everybody over there at Power 106. But as you know, on this show, when rappers go to radios, they freestyle. You know,
absolutely.
Most times, some freestyle. Some maybe write it. Some maybe come prepared. Some maybe go off the dome. Right? You never know. It's always left up to speculation. But in Lil Yachty's terms here, he didn't leave it up to speculation.
No room for imagination here, Corey.
None whatsoever, man. So as the freestyle, the so-called freestyle starts, Lil Yachty made an announcement to say, hey, man, like, you know, whatever, nigga. This how I'm feeling, but shit, fucking, I ain't writing nothing, but I'm finna go off the phone. And Lil Yachty, for a freestyle environment, pulls out his cell phone and reads a verse or whatever you want to call it, from his phone into the microphone.
Yes, he does, Corey.
At LA Leakers.
Yes, he does.
Thoughts, man. What were your initial thoughts seeing this? I know we played in pre-production. We can go into that, but just what were your initial thoughts knowing that he read off the phone?
I'm a 90s baby. A product of the late 90s and the early 2000s. And for me, freestyle means you go in there and you spit that shit off of the dome, off of the dome. We come from the era where it didn't always have to be the craziest freestyle you ever heard, because it was crazy knowing you could rhyme for that long, still putting rhyming words together. True. It wasn't always about coming out with the craziest thing a nigga's ever heard.
True.
It was the fact that we knew, oh, that nigga can rap forever. Nowadays, you get to the point where like you might hear a Kendrick freestyle or a Cole freestyle, and it's so intricate off of quote unquote the dome that you know that they may have been at home practicing, writing, and memorizing. But the fact that you can't prove it and they're not looking at something, it still gives you a bit of something to hold on to. It's like, all right, we still got a little bit of freestyle culture here. I remember a few years ago, and Drake's always done this in his freestyles. He'll bring that fucking BlackBerry with him. But he had a recent freestyle, maybe within the last 6 to 7 years, with Flex or Westwood or somebody, I can't remember. And he had his iPhone, he was holding it. And I'm looking at this shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's going to ruin the goddamn game doing this. He's going to fuck it up. And I'm not putting it all on him. But seeing this shit, I think the exact same thing. I don't like it. I think it's nasty. This is a nigga that he may go down in history for ushering in a new era of rap, just based off of all the things that we're saying and all the things we have said about him. This nigga doesn't give a fuck about breaking the rules, Cari. And that's why I said, like, he may actually go down as one of those generation defining niggas when it's all said and done, because this nigga's come in and broke every goddamn rule that rap had.
Yeah.
Bro, he don't disrespect, like, he don't respect the elders. He's not making the music you want to hear. I'm the king of the team. Like, Cari, he might be our generation's fucking just rebel, nigga, and he might be known for that shit.
Generation's rebel.
Yeah, really. But I don't like it. Ebro wouldn't like it. Ebro would have a big fucking problem with it. He would have kicked you out.
Facts.
Yeah, no, I think it disrespects the art of freestyling. Like, there's nothing free or stylish
damn
about kicking a written and reading that shit in front of every. At least have the decency to memorize
is
it.
Crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Reading that bitch is so crazy.
That is ridiculous, Cari. We did not
reading that bitch.
We did not grow up like that.
Ain't it crazy? It sound like we get mad at a nigga for reading.
No,
I just get you trying to get smart, nigga.
And it's not that lost of an art though, Cari. It was just before Juice died. He called himself the freestyle king. We were already starting to let it fly, like freestyle. And you'd hear him go to these places, and you could tell Juice was just going flat off the dome. That's the type of shit we respected. Like, holy shit, he just keep going. Oh my God, he's just thinking of new shit.
That's what make him generational.
Yeah, like he's not just double entendre everywhere, but
right.
Nigga, this shit is just rhyming over and over and over and over.
Exactly, and it's hard.
I don't like this, man. This ain't hip hop.
That nigga read that bitch. Again, I just think it's a weak cop out.
That nigga read that bitch.
The same things I just said on the last topic about bro. And this is my last point here. We like Lil Yachty because obviously we came up with him like teenage years. More recently, when he got on this little heater, we liked him for the different styles, the going to the alternative route, trying new things, right? Yep. I'm only saying it to say, like, we're very familiar with his style of rap and the things that he say and the way that he rhymes. If I'm a nigga who does not know Lil Yachty and I'm clicking on Power 106, LA Leakers, freestyle, I'm expecting niggas to really freestyle the same way that we just talked about. I'm expecting niggas to get on here and kill it.
Yeah, on any beat. I might give you a 90s beat.
I'm only saying this to say, like, he read it and it wasn't even that good. I like it because I know his style, right? I know Yachty's style, I know how he raps. But in terms of freestyling, and not only freestyling, but reading a freestyle, it's not even caliber.
Yeah.
Like, you read that shit and it ain't even blow us away.
And to add on to what you said, it was very Lil Yachty of a freestyle. Like, he made it his. That's not what a freestyle is. I want to be able to play Who Shot You by Notorious B.I.G.'s instrumental, and you just go crazy on that bitch, Yachty. I don't want you to already know, or I don't want you to have something written to where you just hear the beat and you can already start to cater your shit, because the way this goes, a lot of them really do go up there and freestyle, or they kick the written off the beat they don't know. I can already tell, like, you asked Sour Milk and Just Incredible for the beat before you got there, so you knew what you had to work with already. I like those LA Leakers ones. We going and they switch this bitch like Sway will also do this too. We gonna switch this beat in the middle of your freestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Like
that's classic freestyle.
Yeah, like just sure. Fuck all. We want to see if you can rap on anything.
They've been doing that since forever.
Yeah, and
early 2000s.
That didn't happen here. I'm not a fan of this, man.
Yeah. It's weird, but like you said, man, Yachty's the rebel. This generation's rebel, the guy who is meant, or at least showing us that he will break any rule and does not give a fuck.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He's gonna break every rule.
Yeah.
But moving on, we've got one more topic to discuss, and we're out of your hair, man. The 2026 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominees have been announced, Corey, and I'm gonna let you know right now, Gene Simmons is pissed. Gene Simmons is not happy with this shit here.
Yeah,
oh my!
I'll just see, bro. Like not too long ago, talking about that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I swear to God, like a few weeks ago, I see you, bro, talking about that shit. He's somewhere mad as fuck right now.
Yeah, and since we're talking Gene Simmons, I'm just gonna start with them. We're naming off the inductees nominees. Wu-Tang Clan.
Yep.
I just wanted to start there for Gene Simmons to say that nigga was livid when he saw this shit. If they get inducted, he's not coming. I'm telling you, Gene Simmons is not coming. I fuck with Kiss for the image and all. I don't know how many Kiss songs I know though.
Not off the top of my head, honestly, but yeah. I mean, I know why they're popular.
Absolutely, yeah. I know why they're in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I know why they're Kiss, for sure. Definitely, but yeah. I can't.
You crazy, man.
He meant that shit. God, like it really, like, we're being funny. It pisses him off.
No, literally.
Like, bro, he literally said, like, I don't know why the fuck hip hop is over here in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
He nicely said, I don't know why we keep awarding these goddamn niggers. That's what he said.
Dead ass, bro.
That's nicely what Gene Simmons said. That I swear to God, guys, and if we have white listeners, I want y'all to know, we have white listeners for sure.
Of course.
I want y'all to know that's exactly how we read what Gene Simmons said.
Oh God.
Verbatim, nigga. Every part.
And I wasn't even mad, but I was like, what the fuck, nigga? Like, shit.
Yeah. And this is also for the white listeners. I don't know if you guys have ever seen like a TV show of somebody just calling somebody the N-word and walking up or walking off, and the black person's like, whoa, whoa.
Oh, God. That shit was uncalled for, bro.
What the hell did I even do? You know it's bad when you gotta ask what you even did to be called that. Because for starters, nothing. But yo, I must have done something, right?
Niggas had a dream. And like, Gene Simmons said niggas can't dream.
Gene Simmons, this is literally equivalent to being in the grocery store and walking by and the nigga's just like, nigger. Whoa!
Like, my nigga.
I'm getting bananas.
Facts, bro.
Oh, man.
Insane.
But to make him even more mad, we have Luther Vandross up this year. And I read some facts about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame list.
Okay.
And this is just absolutely absurd. Not absurd, but it's crazy to think about who's voting this in, who gets in. I got to find the video because I don't have the exact stats, and I'll send it to you and we'll talk about it on Thursday or whatever, or when these people actually get confirmed, and then we'll finally have the conversation. A lot of these people, Corey, miss this list over and over and over. You're eligible for a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame award 25 years after your first record. Luther Vandross has been eligible for like 27 years now. Damn. And this is his first ballot. Like, I forgot there was somebody that got on last time. Yo,
Sade, I know, was this our second time, at least. That's another one that I know.
There's a lot of people, though, that they've been worthy of being nominated for 30 or 40 years and don't get in until year 31 or year 32, things like that. And not just hip hop and R&B, rock too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously you can't let everybody in, but also, yes, I mean, it is crazy to go that long for anybody who's as great in any genre. And it's funny that you bring this up because prior, in years prior, we've talked about like what actually qualifies you for this list because it is titled Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but all genres get in. And I know we talk about that. We can actually bring it back up right now if we maybe know or want to look it up. But I'm not going to lie. This past week, I saw somebody say this on like Twitter and it kind of made me think like, I know why everybody gets celebrated, although it's titled Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's for all genres, even though they push it as Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But a nigga was like, why does hip hop or R&B artists get in this shit if it is titled the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? And I was like, I mean, I know what you're saying, nigga, but like...
Nah, fuck that. I don't know what you mean, nigga.
I know what niggas are saying, but that's only if you don't know truly what the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is. I think people just look at the title, think only rock and roll niggas are supposed to be over there, and that's not what it is.
Also, like, and I'm going to be that guy, even if it's fucking March. I'm going to be that nigga to tell you that Chuck Berry and Little Richard started rock and roll, and if we're being honest, the shit you hear is rock and roll ain't no goddamn rock and roll. R&B is the rock and roll type shit. Like, and if we really gonna go down the origins of the music, that's why all of our shit is belonging in there. But to stick more down on the point that I was saying, like we have somebody, we didn't have his name because we got more pop R&B ish hip hop people named on ours that our fan base will be more familiar with. Phil Collins, I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Mm-hmm. He's nominated this year. Car, we know how big Phil Collins is. We know how big that record is, but his career in its entirety.
I swear to God, not even on Jesus Christ. I was just playing that song recently.
Phil Collins has been eligible since 2007. That's the type of shit that I mean.
19 years.
He's been eligible for that long. And like, oh shit. So I don't even want to make this like some race, black, white thing. There's wrong people or there's people up there just not. Nah. We just got a lot of fucking artists to get to.
Facts.
Not everybody's eligible first ballot. You got to be Mike Jack to be first ballot. Yeah. Hall of Fame. That's crazy. But yeah, just going on. We had, you said Sade. Let me go back. Mariah Carey is not nominated this year. Lauryn Hill is nominated this year, which is actually showing how great of an artist she is because this is closer to her 25 years. I'm 28, you're 29. We were born in 97. Miseducation came out in 98. So, yeah. And Fuji's just got it. Ooh, she one of them niggas, Kari. Oh, Lauryn Hill, one of them niggas. Fuji's just got in last year, if you can remember. If she get in back-to-back Hall of Fame,
yeah, I remember. Was it Outkast last year? I do remember Outkast. I don't remember Fugees.
If they didn't get in last year, they got in the year before.
More recently, no. I think I do remember that now. I only remember Outkast from last year, but
yeah, I'm gonna try to fact check it. But either way, if in a span of 2 years, your group and you as a solo go back to back,
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna look this up right now just to make sure we're not wrong.
Okay.
What year did the Fugees go into the Hall of Fame? Oh no, okay. They might have been nominated. They didn't go in.
Okay. Regardless of the fact that she is nominated, I'm not sure if this is her first time or not, but it goes back to what you mentioned. Somebody even as big as Lauryn Hill has been, 20 plus years in the game, almost 30 years. You still may not even get in. You may not get inducted. New Edition was another one who also got nominated, this year. That's another one that,
That's a big one.
Big one, but again, like, may not get in.
That's very true. But that's going to be a really huge one if and when they do go in.
Facts.
Bobby in the Hall.
Nigga, Bobby in the Hall?
Bobby in the Hall is crazy. Is Bobby in the Hall already? I would say no.
No, I would say no, but is Whitney in the Hall?
She's got to be.
Gotta be, right? Gotta be.
Let's see.
If Whitney not in the Hall, I don't even want to talk about this shit no more. She gotta be.
Yeah, I'm double checking right now.
Possibly in the class 2020. Yeah, 2020. But she was already gone.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at this right now. Whitney Houston she was inducted in 2020. Yeah, she had already drowned.
Come on, bro.
What nigga?
Fuck, bro?
What?
I hate this nigga, bro. He made me laugh at that
What? Nigga, I didn't fucking say anything incorrect.
Oh my God.
But
she had no business. What? That's what they said. She had no business being in that tub. Get up.
Why does it say? I'm looking at it. Why does it say New Edition was inducted in 2017?
What, nigga?
Nah,
Can't be.
This bitch be wrong sometimes.
Right. There's no way.
Yeah, no, there's no way.
Yeah, can't be right.
Yeah, I mean, not that it matters because we know that they've just been nominated this year, but
yeah. But again, like I was saying, I mean, groups like that, you know, individuals like Mariah Carey, Lauryn Hill, Sade, Luther. It's great to see him on the list. Hope that they get inducted. But if they, you know, if years go by, again, Luther being 25 plus, Sade, at least it's being her second nomination. It's crazy. And then moving out of, you know, other names that we didn't have here, but just some more. You mentioned Phil Collins. Shakira is also up for nominee this year.
That might be first ballot for her.
Yeah. Pink is on the list. Oasis
is just now getting in the fucking hall?
Yep. Iron Maiden.
What the fuck? That's a 90s fucking legendary group.
Yeah, I can see that damn album cover right now in my head. But yeah. But again, I mean, it's dope. You always want people to get the recognition. I really didn't know that it had been that long for Luther. It's crazy.
Wow.
But Stevie Wonder still ain't ever won a Lifetime Achievement Award, the BET Award. So
you're kidding.
Never. They gonna wait. God forgive me. They gonna wait till fucking Stevie croak before they fucking recognize his ass, which is insane.
Car, I think I've seen like Dr. Dre get one.
Mm-hmm. Diddy, Jamie, Busta, and I love those guys.
And Stevie Wonder hasn't gotten one?
Man, you can look that shit up, bro. They ain't never got one.
I don't even want to look it up. That's the fucking thing.
Take my word for it.
What the fuck? All right, that's it for us guys. Yeah, nah. And the more and more I listen to Stevie Wonder, the more I start to feel like Stevie Wonder might be the greatest musical artist of all time.
Ain't no might.
Yeah.
And shout out to my lady because she really is the one that made me take heed and notice Stevie is one of her favorite artists of all time. Probably is her favorite artist of all time. But like she put the battery in my back to like have me dive deep and really recognize and appreciate.
Yeah.
Stevie is one of the greatest, maybe the greatest artist we've ever seen in our entire lives.
Yeah,
and I mean that shit.
And niggas could bring in like Mike. You don't get Michael Jackson to the fullest extent without Stevie Wonder. We talk about like a kid prodigy, nigga. Like the instruments, the vocals.
The original voice as an instrument, if you ask me, nigga.
He was doing this shit as a young nigga. Like
blind.
Like, I was gonna say blind. As a young nigga, blind.
Blind, nigga.
Like, and I mean like so young he could get his Golden Corral for free. Like
okay.
that's how young this nigga is doing this shit blind.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Oh my God. Album after album. Sorry. Yeah. Let's get out of here, man.
Yeah, bro. I'm good.
All right, man. We'll see you guys back for episode 404. I'm Roderick.
I'm Jakari.
All right. Let's get out of here.